once again, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite! Oh, I'm super excited. Next part of the Lantern Rite is today, and I think it's going to be super exciting because I saw lots of people were talking about it, and I have to quickly leave social media and never go back so I don't get spoiled because it seems like it's very exciting. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Yesterday, Fire Emblem Engage came out, and I gotta say, for that game, because I love Fire Emblem a lot, I was trying really hard not to look at any of like the promotional material or anything that would make me excited. It's like, no, I'm super busy. I am not gonna get excited for this game. I'll just play it in like half a year when it's like died down and I have more free time in the summer and all that. And then I saw everyone playing it though, and then I saw all the cool fan art and everyone getting hyped about it because it released yesterday. And then I saw clips of Sami, the little doggo, just like with their short little feet just following Liyue around in the thumbnail, and I was like, that's it, you've sold this game to me. I got it on Amazon. I got a physical version. I know I could have gotten a digital version, then I could already be playing it, but I'm gonna wait and get the physical version. It's gonna come next week. I was hoping it might come today, but it didn't, so we're gonna play this instead, which is, so it totally works out. Ah, birds. Hello. Goodbye. We're gonna play this instead, and then maybe next week I'll stream it if it comes. I'm gotta have to start. You know what? Is if I speed up the pace that I do homework, I totally have time to actually stream, is what I'm saying to justify purchasing a full-on another RPG that I'm gonna have to play that's gonna take up a lot of my time when I don't have any time. Anyway, you didn't come here to hear me talk about Fire Emblem Engage, though. You came here to watch me play the new Lantern Rite story. So let's do that. If I remember correctly, we haven't done these yet. I'm gonna do these on a stream too, and maybe that will happen before I get the game as well. See, like, yeah, Amazon said it would come next week, and then I got, like I said, like 2 left in stock or something. I snagged it, and then now if I go in there, it says like, oh yeah, it's sometime in February if you order now. And I'm like, well, good thing I did it when I did. Anyway, no, what I was actually doing here is, yeah, 2 days later. Well, I guess it was 2 days in real time, so now I gotta do it 2 days. Is this 2 days? Because I did dailies already, right? That took some time, so maybe that's already... A whole day has already passed. Now I just have to make another day pass. Otherwise I'll just spin the clock around again. But yeah, how are you all doing? It's so nice when it's the festival time and we all get to spend time with each other. So let's see what's in store. Last time we met Mr. Dvorak, and he's looking for some kind of spirit that rescued one of his ancestors. At the same time, we're gonna have a super cool music festival to change things up a little bit in the Lantern Rite, you know. Mix some of the old and the new in the best way, in a way that everybody's sure to enjoy. I'm super excited for that. Okay, what's the... Every time gotta go to Guizhong Terrace and I do it from the down here. It's like I'm so tempted to do what I did the very first time, like way back when the very first time I went to Liyue Harbor for the Archon quest in Liyue, and I scaled like the buildings and the wall to get up there, and there's actually just like, you know, a staircase over here, but I didn't know that. And every time I'm kind of tempted to just, for old time's sake, scale the wall again, but that it'd take a lot of time because it was very hard the first time. It's okay. Hello, Madam Ping. Hello, Madam Ping. Hello, child. The flowers bloom, yet always fade. But people go yet return. Another day. I just knew that you'd be back to see me before long. Yay, I'm sure we'll see more of you again. Thanks, Granny. Okay, hang on, am I not... Now I am. I'm tracked down to this quest. Perfect! Alright, let's go, Dodoko! lights are out. Oh, there's so many pretty things when they set this place up for a festival. Alright, let's see what the progress is with our little music festival edition. Thank you so much, Ganyu and Kuching and Ningguang, for trying to help us implement our last-minute idea. Okay, we're here now. I know, you get very sleepy, but it's okay. I understand.
Greetings,
You probably need a
traveler,
break.
What time
It's
is
been a
it?
couple days since we last saw you.
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
No, she already said she doesn't sleep.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
She says she doesn't
Let's
sleep,
discuss the
and
matter
then...
at hand.
And it's only been
Since
2
last
days.
time, I've been thinking a lot
With
about
Clutching,
the
we said,
story
how about 3
Paimon told
days
me.
to get at least
In
some time to
essence,
sleep?
Someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or adeptus.
That's right.
But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an adeptus.
Yes.
You really think
If
so?
it was Liyue as well,
But this
so
story is
there's
the
all
way
this
to
evidence
Fontaine.
pointing to that.
Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Maybe they imagined her having wings, or maybe they gave her horns, like Ganyu. Let's see.
Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings? That would be pretty cool. But Paimon definitely can't imagine any of the adepti
Or maybe
looking
like bird
that.
wings, like
Actually,
Mountain
Ganyu,
Shaper and Cloud
if you had
Retainer.
to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, maybe you could be the next one in the story that comes and
well,
saves somebody from drowning.
I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while.
Yes.
Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
That's good, just making sure that they're okay. So stealthy.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
As long as they're safe.
No, it's not like
Yeah,
that.
as long as
I'm
they're
just
safe is
not
the
very
big
good
thing
at
for
explaining
Ganyu.
things. And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Well, what if this adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word.
Yeah.
She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this outrageous disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
That definitely sounds like an adeptus.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon.
Perfect impression.
As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it.
Sure.
You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can, I've been in
take a
Liyue
break?
Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know
You are still
about
familiar
them,
with Cloud
she's the
Retainer,
best
so
person to
definitely
Sounds
the
great.
best choice to
And
get
we're pretty
advice
close
from
with
right
Cloud
now.
Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this
Oh,
time,
don't
right?
say that, Paimon.
I prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However...
Oh, never get complacent with the gods, Paimon. Always, if you needed an offering the first time, you probably should always bring an offering.
Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she
Talks a lot.
Never
Talks
mind.
a lot.
I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak,
And spills
now that I've made the
everything.
contract, I can't be having second thoughts.
Yeah.
Traveler, Paimon,
We can go without
let's
you
set
if you're
off for
scared.
Cloud
If
Retainer's
you're
abode.
well, it's just conversing.
Seems like this is a tough
It's
decision for
going to be
Ganyu, but
okay.
she's made up her mind
If you really
now.
want, we can go without you.
Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about
Yeah.
this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic.
Agreed. That's
Wait,
That's what we can do as the best friends for Ganyu. We don't need to wait out. We can teleport, so we can still beat her there, even if she's already left. A single harmony for an irreplaceable soul. Irreplaceable soul. Oh, that sounds kind of bittersweet. Alright, let's go. Let's go visit Cloud Retainer! And spare Ganyu some trouble. La 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 la. Whee! Oh, this place is so pretty. I wonder how Cloud Retainer feels about us fishing up the fish from her pond here. Because there's like one like fish that like only appears here and like nowhere else on the map. Yeah, there they are! There's two of them, the big pink ones there. They only appear here. I wonder how she feels about us taking her rare fish from her pond. Okay, you aren't here to watch me fish, but that's what you're gonna get. Why did the fish look so big all of a sudden? Is it just me? Like I know they weren't small, but they look really big. Like the two fish like going through each other. Come on, start getting closer. These fish do not want to get stolen. Yeah, see, it's right outside Cloud Retainer's door over there. Yes. How does she feel about us stealing her fancy fish up here? Come on. Fancy fish. The controller's more sensitive than I thought it'd be.
You've got it!
You got it! Come on! Fishy! You're mine!
Whoa! Nice catch!
Other one. You're mine too. Unless you get scared. Okay, good. You didn't get scared, so... If you got scared, alright, we're ignoring Cloud Retainer for too long. Cloud Retainer and Ganyu are just staring at us being like, why? Why is he stealing the fancy fish from the pond?
So close, so close! Stay cool!
What can you even do with these fish? They just look pretty. That's the only thing, really.
Whoa,
Okay, enough.
catch!
We should not ignore the Adepti any longer. Higher, like up there? There's a couple thingies up there. There's frog statues. Are those always there? There's statues up there? Anyway, okay.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up!
From the fishing!
Either of you need to take any breaks?
No. You're floating, Paimon!
I can't.
I think we bring this up a lot, though.
Cloud Retainer is not here.
Not
Huh?
here.
Did we miss her?
Maybe she's
She
out.
doesn't like to travel. So in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Could she be busy with something else right now?
True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
In case she's visiting
Uh-oh.
them?
Will it involve a lot more traveling?
Do you want me to carry you, Paimon?
Hmm.
Maybe it's because we didn't bring the food offering, Paimon.
Idea.
And that maybe
Please go on,
we
Paimon.
bring the food, and she'll actually show up.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right?
Yes.
We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
I don't like your suggestion
So,
there.
all we have to do is get the traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue.
Why me, Paimon? You're the one who has a history of drowning. I guess because she has a history of drowning, she doesn't want to drown. She wants us to do the drowning instead. Because we rescued her from drowning. She probably is scared of drowning now.
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim. Paimon would sink like a rock.
I guess I can give it a try.
Just trust Paimon. The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center.
What is this plan? Swim to the center of the pool.
Da-da-da.
Ta-da! Wonder. Because I wonder, he doesn't need to breathe, so he doesn't need to. He can't drown either, right? Like if you go to Dragon's Spine, right? He doesn't have any like visible breath in the cold, so he doesn't need to breathe. Therefore, ah,
Someone's drowning!
someone's drowning.
Only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us!
Paimon.
No! Whatever will a Paimon do?
That works? Sure. Someone carries your short so quickly. Oh. Thanks, dude. Oh! Shell and
How do you
Shenhe?
feel right now?
Well, I guess it worked, Paimon. We did lure some, an Adeptus and an Adepti disciple.
Shenhe, and the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it.
Paimon, explain. Unless Shell already can read our minds.
Fine. Paimon will explain.
I'm so sorry.
We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music.
So Paimon threw us in the middle there.
If they aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
Yeah.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know.
Yeah, well, we
Traveler
figured that.
Paimon.
So we probably did not get saved by
Okay.
the same one that was in the
Paimon's
story.
fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
I am so sorry on Paimon's behalf.
Glad you're okay.
Oh, thanks, Shell. Wait, you're leaving already?
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing.
Mm-hmm. No
Your
more
actions here caused others a great deal of worry.
stupid drowning.
Do not repeat them again in the future.
He cares about us. But also, yeah, Paimon, that was
As
kind of...
ever, the Conqueror of Demons comes and goes,
reckless idea.
just like the wind. Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However...
She's not here?
Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed
okay.
she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift from Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire. So we just missed her.
Mm-hmm.
Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode. Sure. Thank you.
I knew, like, with us drowning would be fine because Paimon and Ganyu are here to explain what we're doing. But at the same time, it seems like we have...
During the
We
summer
made
and
Shell
winter,
very
I continued
concerned
to
for
train
us.
with Master.
That was probably
In
not a
later
good
months of
idea.
the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor.
Uh-huh.
Ganyu arranged
That's
accommodations
good.
for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions
That's
for
good,
me.
because Shenhe...
But when I try to blend in
think-
by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others,
Because she wants to also be
she
able to
says
spend
I
time with
mustn't address
humans,
her
too.
like that.
Aw.
Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Yeah. Ganyu just doesn't want you to be too courteous around her. And Ganyu gets embarrassed when people call her Lady Ganyu.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Noted.
That's the main reason.
So
She just
you
wants
came looking
to-
for Master today
wants
because
to
you
be
wanted to ask
friends.
her about the Mystery
know.
Adeptus.
We
Is
don't
that
have
right?
so many barriers.
Yep.
Yeah, we're looking for a mystery adeptus. It's probably not Cloud Retainer, but
Speaking
probably
of
lives
that,
in the
have you ever
area,
heard any
I
music
guess.
while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
It's a kind of a happy or relaxing sound, or
It's an emotional
a
sound.
nerve-wracking sound.
It's a
Or
sound that
even a
really evokes
terrifying
emotions.
one.
There you go. That's how you describe. We're
Okay, I'm done.
we're not doing a good
I
job
also
explaining
left her a note
things.
so that she knows where to find us.
Shenhe, you should come to
We
the
won't
music
miss her
festival
again.
with us. I'm sure you'd like it.
Hey, that's really helpful. Thanks.
We were just talking about this thing called music,
And based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I mean, it could be from... Of course, this music could be from anywhere. But... follow Shenhe to her cultivation place? Okay. Wait, where is this? Down here. It could or... It may or may not be the music we are looking for. But... we should check it out nonetheless. Over here? I just love doing that. Being able to fly around is so helpful.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Mm-hmm. What is the music? Well, maybe it's not here right now. Oh no! My condolences, Paimon.
Oh, whew. Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all. Paimon heard you when you just spoke. Anyway, where is this music?
Maybe it's something only
The
Shenhe can
faint
hear.
sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which
I mean, they
you speak?
are.
Oh,
Those are. That is,
wasn't
you know what?
quite
Its own
done
way.
with
It
the
is music.
description.
Music takes many forms. It doesn't have to necessarily be
okay,
notes,
fine. It's all
and
Paimon's fault.
tones.
What we're
But,
looking for are not the
but yeah,
sounds
we're
of
looking for music
nature,
played on
but
instruments.
melodies played on special instruments.
But the sounds of nature are very good
Oh.
too.
And a melody is?
Why don't you sing that folk song? Let's not embarrass on you. Let's throw Paimon under the bus.
Hey, don't you patronize Paimon! Let's get one thing straight. Paimon knows plenty of nursery rhymes, but Paimon does not sing on demand.
Can we hear Ether sing
without
again?
payment. Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody she has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
All right, do it. Aww. Wow, this is Divine Damsel of Devastation song.
Was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
Yeah.
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
Wonderful.
I felt like I was
And we get
transported
to,
back to the
yeah, exactly. It evokes
past. In my
emotion.
mind's eye, I could see
Ah,
the
we get to hear
Zhao
Ether
lanterns
Illumine sing
lighting up
again.
the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day.
Wow.
So that's the power of music.
That's right. They
Wow,
often can bring back
Shenhe.
memories too.
That was so deep.
All the feelings you have captured
Music
within
definitely has the
your
power to
memories
bring
of
up
that
memories.
music and when it played.
It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our life squished inside.
Yeah.
What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep
This is a
impression
beautiful
on you?
song too. I love how this is playing over this
I
conversation.
don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me.
What about other times?
I know some local folk songs. And a few other things come to mind too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks. The little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops. The tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
Yeah, and all the sounds of Liyue Harbor.
Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Liyue probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination.
That's right.
The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other
The
people
way
after
we
all.
share our emotions
They're
through
about
music, that can
mundane
be
details of everyday
absorbed
existence.
and interpreted
Life's
by
ups and
anybody,
downs, joys and
not
sorrows.
just humans.
Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making
Yeah,
progress.
good
You have
job.
lots of friends in Liyue
That's
Harbor when
right.
you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Kuching and Shenna are your friends
Yeah,
now,
that's
right?
right. And us.
Yes, I am.
We're your friends too.
Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than
Aw,
co-disciples.
that's right.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Kuching as well.
Yay.
I've
that
planted
sounds really
many
nice.
types of flowers. I'm sure some of them
That's
will be
right,
to
fellow
your taste.
flower eaters.
You are too kind. I couldn't
Flowers actually
possibly.
taste pretty yummy.
Nonsense.
I like them.
You are my friend.
When they put like the rose petals and
I
stuff
have
like in the
cultivated
food.
and cared for the flowers
I
just
like
as
that.
you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Perfect.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Well,
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure.
I
either.
relate to that so much. Like,
Matter, okay? You got
I
your
say,
point
I
across.
say a saying, and
Need
like,
to
wait,
split
do
hairs.
people actually say this? What does this actually mean when I say it aloud?
Girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
Nah, it means flowers are yummy around here, Paimon.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that
I guess-
illuminated bird?
I guess that's all we needed to say to get Cloud Retainer's
That's
attention.
Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird is landed!
Paimon.
Double
Shush.
move. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she, even after being chastised once already. Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no
Yeah,
further.
Paimon. Please
One
remain
has received your
respectful,
message from
lest we get
Ganyu.
struck down.
On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity.
Okay. Do tell.
Well, shall one lead the way?
Yes. Thank you very much for leading the way, and I dearly apologize on Paimon's behalf for such a lack of decorum in the presence of the gods. No, seriously, Paimon, you shouldn't say that.
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Thank you, Shenhe.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Yeah. Happy Lantern Rites, Shenhe.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Happy Lantern Rite. It really is a wonderful song. Alright. I'm so sorry, Cloud Retainer. Of course, though, like, to get Cloud Retainer's attention, I guess saying something she doesn't like would surely make her go, hmm? Did I just hear something? At the same time, though, Paimon, be careful. Don't get complacent amongst the Adepti, I swear. That might turn out really bad for us. First, you didn't offer an offering, and then second, getting too casual with titles.
Is this Quaily Plains?
Yes. This is, in
Climatator,
fact, where we
why
are.
did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
Yes.
Guizhong is another name of Hagentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike.
But she died a long time ago.
Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Yeah. But they both died during the Archon War, didn't they?
So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
Yeah, he had a lot of stuff.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations.
Cool. That's right,
As
Guizhong
Adepti,
created
we were
the
each gifted in our own ways.
the
and
ballista,
naturally
right?
proud of our accomplishments and our respective fields.
And of course, Cloudatainer
expertise.
has all sorts of other
As a result,
weird and
one
wonderful
often
inventions that she
quarreled with
has
Sea Gazer.
engineered as well.
His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
I guess he used a different skill
You're
set,
getting
though,
competitive again.
to get those things.
One digresses.
Yeah, the point.
Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
What kind of nonsense?
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me?
Ouch.
Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat.
Sounds like a lot of fun between you guys.
She always sought to make everyone happy. And one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended.
Sounds like a wonderful
It also
person.
helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or ladybird.
Take notes, Paimon.
Come on, get over yourself.
Paimon, please. Stop embarrassing us.
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony,
Paimon really has no respect for the
Marchosius
divine
would bring
at
his
all.
delectable dishes to the table.
Yeah, Marchosius, little
Who
Goba.
would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations?
Yeah,
At
food.
the sight of him,
Yummy
we would all
food.
immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
That does sound like something he would do.
Precisely. So, as you
yeah.
can see, even one as great as Rex Lapis was not immune to making the occasion.
Well, it depends. Like, are you
wonder.
talking like square? Like, even the edges were like
Even one could never
square,
find
or like
fault
it was
with
a square
Marchosius's
shape, but the
cooking.
edges were like rounded.
As
If the
we
edges are
ate,
rounded, you can still drink
Guizhong
out of
would
it.
Continue to find topics for
So,
conversation. Filling the
That would be
table with
less
humor
difficult than
and
if the edges
laughter.
were like sharp-ish. Or like,
Each of those
you know,
old
literally
fossils had
square
their
90-degree
character
angles.
flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time?
Aww.
We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glaze lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire
can only
fields
imagine
of
the
them would
whole
appear
field
to the
with them.
eye as a veritable sea
Not
of
just
flowers.
the few Whopper Flower ones we sang to before.
Streetward Rambler?
Yeah, Madame Ping, right?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as
Yeah,
Madam Ping.
that's right.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr.
Paimon.
Dvorak's story?
I think that's the point of the story.
Are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she,
Yeah.
already,
Yeah.
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow. One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning.
Yeah, well,
No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
we did come here for a story, that's true. Oh no, it's gonna be sad, isn't it?
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior.
Well,
Though one was
that's
too proud
Cloud
to
Retainer in her
acknowledge
human
it,
form. And there's
in one's
Guizhong.
heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's
Yeah, the
opinion,
bell from
while
the
mechanisms
Arcane
were no
Quest.
substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise
Was
that
that
could
her when
never
she was
hope to be
younger?
replicated
Whoa.
by machinery. They argued endlessly until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many Lantern Rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
One
cry.
has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
Yeah, that's yeah. So first we get to see Zhongli in the past with the other Adepti, and then we finally get to see Cloud Retainer and Guizhong in human form. We get to see what they looked like, and we also get to see what Madame Ping looked like when she, back in the day as well. And it looked like they had so many happy memories together. But just think about, like, they had so many rivalries, and, like, you know, they competed with each other as friends a lot. But after Guizhong died, it's like they began to cherish even more. Like when you cherish something more after it's gone, kind of thing. That was beautiful. And think about now Madame Ping. She spends her days in Liyue Harbor, and because, like, yeah.
What?
And Cloud Retainer hides by
Lots of
herself.
friends. And you seem pretty chatty.
Paimon,
Just because one is not
please.
ignorant of social graces
Not now.
does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted.
Yeah, Paimon, you're not really helping us
But in the
this
end,
quest very
one
much.
is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wow. And we used it for that special rite.
That's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell?
True.
And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
That's true.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins. Since the right time.
Well, maybe it's
had not
because
yet
she said that a
come.
couple years ago, and maybe they hadn't fully
As
developed
for her
this part of
old
the lore
friend,
yet.
Who else could it be?
Yeah.
As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Yeah.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
No, you didn't.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to?
Right.
Ah, yes.
The
One
story of the
remembers
guy who
now.
drowned, almost drowned.
The cleansing bell is powered by a
But
mechanical
I guess we'll get to
part
that.
and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhong composed on it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhong's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition?
Yeah. It's like exactly appreciating something once
upon a
something's
time,
gone.
Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhong passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned.
The power of music.
Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetward Rambler.
Oh, that would make so much sense. You're right.
If she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said,
Why are the treasure hoarders just like slowly sneaking
"Though the
up on us during
strings
this
that played that melody
conversation?
survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Aw, poor Madam Ping.
Yeah.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything of this
Ganyu
particular
must have known her
story.
as well.
Guizhong was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time.
Yeah.
Her
She seemed like
manuscripts
someone
still
who was
lie
ahead of her own
unfinished in the
time.
realm of
I'm
clouds.
sure she would have loved to see and hear all the
Blank
music of
pages
today.
give one cause for contemplation
Spend
on
time
what
with the
might have
people of
been.
today.
Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories too would have been lost to the sands of time.
Yeah. It sounds like music was a really important thing that really brought Madame Ping and Guizhong together. And developing engineering mechanisms is something that brought Cloud Retainer and Guizhong together. And it's like this power of creation and maybe not so much competing, but like their rivalry helping them to make each other stronger really brought them closer together as well. And the way it sounds like Guizhong would have been someone who really would have loved to see the Lantern Rites today as well. Like I can just imagine, like, her enjoying the music here. Maybe even helping to like develop some of... This is just making me... Well, it's one of those things, it's like, you know, tell people that around you that you love them, appreciate them, because then if something happens, you know that like, you know, because then you see all these characters here that are just still all these years later thinking about the people that haven't made it this far.
As of
Haven't been
now,
able to see
you know the truth.
this new era.
That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler.
Wow.
Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Good question.
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
And the song was probably the song that she created.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal
Yeah, that's
opinion?
true. Madame Ping
Oh?
chooses
How
to
so?
live with people and does not
I've been in
be as
Liyue
reclusive
Harbor
as some of the
for
other
quite a long time
adepti
now,
with
and I've
when it
witnessed
comes to
many
people.
farewells along the way.
So
I
she
too
would probably
am well
actually be
acquainted
more
with the
open
pain of the
to
passing of a loved one.
discuss something after the song.
But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward.
That's a
Someone
little
as
bit
perceptive and
of
wise
what we
as
also learned in
Ping will
Inazuma as well.
surely
We
have come
can't
to understand and embrace this. Though
bring
these
things to a
immortal
standstill.
mountains
And I
have
think
lost
Madame
an
Ping
adeptus,
living in the city and
the harbor of
you know,
mortals has gained a
watching
wise
over the
elder.
people of every generation,
loss
I
can
think
ever be undone.
she would understand it. And these treasure
There's
hoarders in the
always
background are
much that
just
can
so
still be
distracting
gained.
to me.
Ping has helped countless people.
They're just like
and will
walking
guide
around.
many others in the years to come.
They're just like
And all
waiting,
to
like,
whom
are you
she
guys done
extends a
talking yet?
helping
Can we start
hand become
attacking?
her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss
Yeah.
music with. Though it is heartbreaking to
She
lose a
doesn't-
kindred spirit,
I think
life goes on. Because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
in the end, I think it really does come down to how well do you know a person before you choose to tell them something, you know? How are they going to handle it? If it was Cloud Retainer, I probably wouldn't bring it up with her because she gets very sensitive and worked up very easily. And she's kind of a recluse too. But Madame Ping is so open with everybody and tries and shares her wisdom with all the people she encounters in Liyue Harbor. I think she'd also be somebody who, this was so long ago, I'm sure she's somebody who would be really understanding if we, you know. Well, first, we just want to ask her if she's the one that was in Dvorak's ancestors' like story, right? But even so, if we bring up the melody, I think after all this time, she would be willing to talk about it. It also brings back something else that I remember from Zhonglei's story quest, where he's talking about like the traveler is like the record keeper, like all these stories that have been lost to time. If somebody from outside this world remembers, those stories will live on forever. Same with, I think A said something similar as well. Yeah, so I also think that she wouldn't mind, Madame Ping would not mind sharing her stories with us, because in the end, if these stories live on, then the people in them never die, right?
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rites.
That's right, and she loved the idea.
When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
I mean, take it step by step, Paimon.
You youngsters
Yeah,
and your
like don't push it
imaginations.
too much all at once, but like don't push the
Why don't
issue
you
that
come
much.
with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping, and Liyue Harbor is always
Yeah,
decorated
and
so
now that we know
beautifully
Cloud
during the
Retainer
festival
has like a
period.
human form,
If
I
not
wonder
every lantern
if we'll ever
rite
see
in this
her
regard.
like as a model in
Were
this
there
game
ever
in her
anything
human
new
form.
to discuss? One in pink could mean any day of the year.
Because I was assuming all the Adepti have like
I disagree.
a human form
Each
and
new
also like
day and
more
each new
animalistic
year
form
is
as well,
different
right?
from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
Yeah. If nothing else, I've forgotten you. Do it as a favor for me? Not for Paimon though. I'm so sorry for Paimon's clear and utter disrespect this time.
Very well.
But for me, thank you.
Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
Can we see Mooncarver and Mountain
All right.
Shaper's
We should
human
be getting
forms
back to
too?
the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Oh, that cutscene was beautiful though. I think they uploaded it
Once the
on the
Guili
official
assembly,
channel. I think I'm gonna watch it
now
after
the
this.
Guili Plains.
Yes.
Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Maybe.
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
Okay, well.
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
She's always
One
listening.
observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you.
Oh, okay.
This time,
No, she's
one
just
is
saying, hurry
departing
up
in
and
earnest.
don't talk because I don't know whether you're talking behind my back or not. Even if you're not, I don't know. Yeah, I guess the whole thing about the Guili Plains is the environment is very swampy compared to the way it was before. That's why the flowers don't grow as much here anymore. But if you grew enough of them and nurtured them and cared for them, they might, that's basically how you change an ecosystem or like an area, right? Have it adapt. Do not bother me. I should have gone and dealt with those treasure hoarders after all this time. Oh, pretty lanterns. How's the festival going, by the way? We gotta find Xinyan and Mr. Dvorak. We gotta see how things are going with that. And Kuching, because Kuching is organizing the music festival too, right?
La la la.
La la la, da da da. Ah, beautiful, beautiful times. Yeah, I love when these event quests they also delve a little bit into the. Oh, no human form. Okay, delve into the lore a bit more.
Whoa, Madame Ping and Cloud Retainer?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Guizhong has been a name mentioned, isn't just like Yao Yao, and also like Baizhu and Scar and Wush and a lot of characters. But there's a lot of characters that have been mentioned since or appeared since the very, very beginning of the game, and it's really cool to me how the game is kind of going back and delving into their lore a bit, but like finding the right time to do so. Like we had to wait a long time to hear more about Guizhong and see what she was like or what she looked like, and also with these two, Madame Ping and Cloud Retainer, we learned a little bit more about them here too. We had to wait a long time, but it's the nice thing about this game, you know, updating every basically season, and having like a continuous storyline that changes in real time almost. It's that we can finally learn more about them in the right time and place for us to find out new things about history and their feelings towards certain things. That's something really special.
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Thanks. Wonder if I had waited like a couple days before I came and did this, would Cloud Retainer get mad?
Oh, the honor. How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Paimon!
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
That's right, you don't order her around. And
You're the one who's
why is
Madame Ping the longest.
why is Paimon being so like slacking off with talking to Cloud Retainer all of a sudden?
Or rather, presumably,
Like
you would
Paimon used to at least
as
like
Ping?
address her properly.
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
One, Given that Lantern
Yes?
Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air.
Yes.
Ganyu, please continue from here.
It should probably be us, honestly. Ether, start talking.
So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life.
The story.
Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Ah,
Yeah.
let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long
Yeah.
time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief.
Yeah. It means people were dedicated to passing it
appears
down
that she has proven
generation
herself
after
right
generation.
once again.
Who's she?
You know who she is,
We
Paimon.
like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Yes.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
There is no harm done. After all, Lantern Rites' very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue. Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
Yeah.
So, how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she
pretty it is, the
interacted
lanterns
more
now.
and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She
That's
told
right.
us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them. And a human
That's
who
right.
has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an Adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words.
Yes.
That
was
her
very
mechanical
eloquently put.
accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
eloquence. Communication is very important.
Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see
everything
the
makes
sight
up
of
a
Liyue
place.
Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madam Ping
Every
looks
person
very
doing
emotional right now.
everything. Yeah. Every single person, every single job that's being done, every single smile and interaction, everything, everyone makes up a place, and that's what makes a place special. More so than just the things in it, but the things in it being together. Interconnected. Everything's interconnected. And yeah, she's been through a lot in her time.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled
And
with
she
the
would
sound
do
of
it because
music
being
at
able
this
to
time of the year.
communicate eloquently
If
is
she were here,
a huge
one
part
is
of the
certain that
battle
she
too,
would seek
to
you
get
out
convince
to
people
discuss
that
and
what you're
debate the
doing
virtues
is
of
worthwhile.
various melodies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, music! We've been dying to ask.
Music is very
What was the melody
important
that you played back then?
in this story and in a lot of stories.
Also, with you
It's a
being
way of
such a music
communicating
expert and all,
things that can't just
why
be
don't you join
communicated
the
with
concert
words.
as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did. And
Aw.
whenever I
Yeah,
play that
we
tune,
probably should
it
give her
always
some time
reminds
after
me
we've
of
reminded
her.
her of the story too, before we
I
pitch
start
the idea to
wondering
her.
what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Well, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat.
That's the thing as well, is like for human nature, maybe even for the Adepti as well, it's really hard to hold on to certain feelings for a long time. So when people choose to say like hold grudges or hold on to anger or sadness for a very long time, believe it or not, it's actually much harder on you than letting go, because in our nature, I believe that we actually are more inclined to let go of those painful things. If we dwell on it so much, it brings us pain, and sometimes we feel inclined to dwell on it because those things hurt us and we don't want to forget that those things hurt us. But even so, as time goes on, those things become more and more distant. And once again, I bring back Scaramouche a lot, but that's something he learned too, you know. Something Nahida said to him is just keep it living on your life, make all these new memories, and someday the painful parts of your past will just become a very small fraction of your life. I think Madam Ping feels something similar here too, you know. it's like it's all about moderation, right? You hold on to your memories of your emotions forever if they are very important to you. And so it makes sense that you can't ever really 100% let go. Those things shaped where you are today. And that past was a very important part of your life. But at the same time, you can't hold on to that grief forever. Not when life is willing to throw more and more joyful and happy memories. Not in its place, but just to add onto the story of your life. It's, yeah.
Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes
This
an
view of the
honest
city is
and
stunning.
open mind to
You
confront
see
and
that?
conquer
Like, you
grief.
can see how much
You have indeed
effort
made
everyone's put
progress.
into making it look beautiful for the Lantern Rite.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the Lantern Rites stage to the youth of today.
Well,
Alright, fair enough.
if you're sure.
Make sure you come check it out, okay?
Granny!
Please, Madam Ping. Yay!
Whoa.
Hello, Yanfei!
What's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
No, not at all.
And now we've spooked Yanfei. No. Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
That's wonderful, I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Yeah, happy Lantern Rite!
Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some work to do at Yue Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off
Yeah,
for
where
now.
is Mr. Dvorak? We have the answers he's looking for.
Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
No.
Since Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
Yeah,
What a
and also we
pity.
gotta find out
She
more
has
about that
learned
treasure
nothing
hoarder
of
guy that
one's
Yelan
ability
found
to
last
carry a
time.
conversation.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Yeah,
Gladly.
that would
This
be
was
nice.
one's intention as well.
Well, yay, not dodging
When you
social
next see the
interaction for
Fontaine
once.
musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
Yeah, we will. And I think he'll be very happy to get some closure to his story too.
Thank you all. I think you've listened to enough of my nattering for one day. As for that melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
Oh, thank you, Madam Ping.
Great! We'll look forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
Mm-hmm. I hope so
Let's
too.
go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
I will leave the glazed lilies here. Sometimes I pick them, but not
Ping,
now.
What say you to convening more often in the future?
That would be quite wonderful. But I must say, after all this time, I've grown quite accustomed to the harbor. When we are to meet, I shall have to trouble you to make the journey to the city.
You sound just like Shenhe. The child is constantly telling one all sorts of stories from the city, as if one was partial to them.
Have you ever considered moving to the city, Cloud Retainer? There are plenty of people here to talk to. I think you would
Yeah.
find it quite the antidote to the monotony of solitude. And if you looked around, I suspect you would find some young minds with an interest in the mechanical arts.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Some of
say.
them
I was gonna
even
say
worth
there's a lot of
training.
like there's so many people passing
We
through the
shall
harbor that
see.
have interest in building those kinds of things. Right? Especially like from Fontaine. I'm sure a lot of them will be more respectful towards you than Paimon, so you might not mind talking to them so much. Where is Mr. Oh, he's down at the stage. Wow. Yeah, it's so nice. It was so nice to see them talking. First of all, Cloud Retainer and Madame Ping. It's so nice to learn more about them and their perspective over this time. And now we can see how the music festival is going on. Hello.
Ah, and Kuching's here too. Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Yeah.
Did everything go well?
Really
Pretty well.
We found the person Mr.
We have a development in our investigation.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a long story and kind of
I
sad.
see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains
Yes.
why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
Yeah, the music can bring everyone
I have
together.
to say, though, it's hard to
musicians
believe
can
that the
understand.
fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madame Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Maybe it's
Ping
because it
possesses vast knowledge and great
reflects
wisdom.
how she feels now
Whatever
after so much
physical
time has
form
passed.
she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Yep, Kuching
Yes.
summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
With more
I think-
eloquence. Because eloquent communication is
I
also a
must
common
thank her in
topic in the
person.
story. Yeah.
That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Yeah, that's right. Where's Xinyan?
Ah, speaking of, Madame Ping wishes you all the best at the music festival. Paimon
Yeah.
has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen to the performances from afar.
I think
Wait,
so. She'll
are you
definitely be
serious?
listening. That's
Ugh.
right. She's gonna listen to your music.
Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous.
Don't worry. Knowing her, I know you don't know her that well, but knowing her, there's nothing to be worried about. You know, she's just another happy listener who will feel very touched by your musical performance, just like anyone else. Nothing you need to do perfectly or that. Just be yourself.
Okay, alright. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Well, another rehearsal is in order, probably anyway. You know, but yeah, knowing somebody in the audience is the person your family has been looking for generations, you probably might inevitably bring up some more nerves.
He asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Please,
Yeah,
share your insights with me.
sure.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad.
Yeah, whatever the musician's intentions
make
are
people
or
happy
feelings
and
are.
But it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
That was a broad summary, but not the most detailed.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure
It's
Ganyu
okay.
will fill me in on all the details.
It's pretty
shortly.
good for a Paimon
Wait,
summing
does that
up
mean
kind
you're
of
gonna
thing.
Carry on working?
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Paimon's
Just a few
summation.
things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done.
It's good enough.
As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
Yeah, happy Lantern
Happy
Rite.
Lantern Rite to you as well.
This is such a beautiful time of year.
That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait.
Where's
Paimon feels
Xinyan?
like she's forgetting something.
And that guy that Yelan found.
It!
We're forgetting a few
Sounds
things
like
here,
it was a while
Paimon.
ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's right.
fancy bamboo shoots!
Bamboozle soup made from nascent bamboo
John
shoots.
Lee said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now... there's
Yeah, but he's
probably
never in a
still
hurry.
time.
That doesn't mean that we get to slack off in taking your
Anyway,
time.
Even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked them by himself. Ugh.
I mean,
Anyway,
yeah,
let's
that's
go
true.
check out the Longcheng funeral parlor.
Yeah. I'm gonna see the performance soon.
La la la.
La la la. At the pretty lanterns. At Lunar New Year is a very, very beautiful time of year, and they always do such a good job representing and reflecting this in the Lantern Rite, in the game, in a way that lets everybody enjoy festivities wherever they are. Yeah, there's Xinyan, and of course Hu Tao and Yunjin. Hello, everyone. It's daytime now. Well, are you all gonna do a performance together?
Oh.
Hi.
All right.
How's it going?
Let's take a break here.
Cat. There's
Oh
a cat
wow,
there.
look who it is. Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
Yeah, you bet.
Casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad
Yeah.
daylight?
Well, why not? Wait, there's nothing wrong with that, though, right? We all know what Hu Tao is like. And there's nothing wrong with her practicing her rapping skills. What do you mean?
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow. We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on. It's the perfect spot to rehearse.
Yeah, that's right.
Invisible audience?
Paimon. Well, yeah.
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
That's right, we perform for all of the ghosts here.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry.
No, I think I get it.
Who's here to explain it all?
Okay, do explain them just in case.
There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition.
Okay.
With my words, Xinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor,
yes,
we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
Heck yeah, that's right. That's right. That sounds amazing.
Sure. The whole dance floor will be yelling encore, encore. Oh, now Paimon's rhyming along. But when you say flames roaring, are you sure this will be safe?
It'll be fine.
Oh, don't you
Like,
worry
we have
about
2
it.
pyro characters here, and they haven't set anything on fire unintentionally yet.
All the pyrotechnics we're planning on using.
Okay, good.
Guess
It's
we'll
approved.
just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Have you seen Zhongli, Director Who? We're looking to give him his bamboo shoots that we picked a few days ago now.
Oh, Zhongli.
Probably not so
He
fresh
took one
anymore.
of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends. It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here.
Wow.
To tell the truth, though,
Awesome.
I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing.
So that's how you guys
one
found
day.
this little rehearsal space here then.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new. I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
And jump scares.
And jump
Actually,
scares.
Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them together?
Sure thing.
I'm gonna get all to hear. I want to hear all 3 of them sing, or like rap, or like just do a. This is gonna be awesome. We get to hear them do a song together, or some sort of performance in any way.
When you see
Up the
Zhongli,
right hill.
please pass on this message to
Good
him.
thing the map has a
I'll tell him
marker.
whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses.
Don't worry, he'll come to
You
the
should join
performance
us
too, I'm sure.
It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
A celebration of life. Alright. Hiking up the long way. There we go. Dodoko! A little Dodoko. So cute. Every time I just see like Dodoko like just like, you know, flying through the air. Amazing. Hello there, Moon Carver and Mountain Shaper, who are apparently not in the city. So apparently Cloud Retainer has nothing to worry about. Well, wait, Paimon. No, seriously, when did Paimon stop addressing them by their titles? Like, Paimon's never done this. Like, Paimon always would refer to them as Moon Carver and Mountain Shaper. Like, what's with this right now? What the heck?
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Doing good. Doing good.
Everything's great. But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Oh my gosh. One of these days we're just gonna see all of the Adepti just like chilling in the city one day. Just disguised in their human forms. Okay, there you go. We got your bamboo shoots. That's good.
Bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait.
That's good.
Mechanism. Is that?
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
That's right. I remember that from last year.
Actually,
no,
never mind.
that's not fancy enough, Paimon.
Mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
That's right.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey.
Yep, you know us very well.
The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon.
Exactly. Like I said, everything in moderation.
Take on more from
not
the world
to
around us.
harbor your negative feelings for too long, but also not to completely forget them.
That you try some for yourself.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, remember the past, but also embrace the future and the present as well. Just everything in moderation. Together, that creates that balance in life.
Oh, Zhongli, Huta told us to tell you something.
Yeah, apparently you're invited to a banquet, and by invited I mean it's a work banquet. You better show up.
To make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. When she says performance, she must be in the Lantern Rites music festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
As you can
Which
see,
we probably will.
I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Who my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yeah.
Hey, then we'll see you there?
We'll see you there.
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Good thing we have 3 people to watch it, because it was actually pretty hard to manage the heat on that on the event last year. But thankfully all of you guys are watching it with magic, so it can't get burned.
Rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
Oh, thank you. You did it. Piping hot bamboo shoot soup. Oh, it's a quest item. I was gonna eat it if it was just a regular one, but no, it's a special one. We can't just eat it. That'd be crazy. We have to appreciate. And okay, we can't eat it. Bamboo shoot soup created using the Supreme Cuisine machine. Zhongli rated the dish as such. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. Among its key ingredients are nascent bamboo shoots. They're hard to come by, and due to a multiplicity of reasons, the commemorative value far exceeds their worth as cooking ingredients. Since this meal was crafted by an adeptus, it shouldn't spoil even if you just leave it in your bag. Yeah, and it's also not going to get cold as well. So every time we reach into our bag, if we touch it, it's going to burn our hands, probably as well.
I intend to reminisce with my old friends for a while longer. You ought to get back to Liyue Harbor. There is a performance you do not want to miss.
Sounds good. It's okay. I'm sure somebody will tell you all about it. I'm sure we're gonna end up telling you all about it, so you don't miss anything.
In possession of such eminently useful devices, one would have sought to borrow one from her long ago.
And
yeah,
yet,
well.
Since you share my lack of enthusiasm for mechanisms and fine dining, it would have become a mere decorative ornament in your abode.
Not so. Had one had such a device to make up for one's lack of culinary prowess, Shenhe would not have had to rely on flowers and herbs alone for sustenance, while under one's care.
Yeah, well, Cloud Retainer had this device in her possession this whole time.
Shall we rendezvous
Then the same thing, that Shenhe would not have to eat so many flowers and stuff, and could have cooked food.
A fine idea indeed.
These two are so funny sometimes. How often do we see Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver just chilling like this? They're just chatting. But in the past couple times we met Cloud Retainer, she's always like, oh, those two always doing this and that and going and running off. They're so funny. They actually are pretty funny. That being said, that's just because they're funny. It's not an excuse, Paimon, to just like get too casual and start dropping fancy titles when they haven't said that you're okay with that, you know. Festival time! Let's see their performance!
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hitao, and this is a little something called...
Yeah.
The Flame Lilies!
Oh, good name. Hey, Guava!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the...
I'm so jamming to this. This is amazing.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch you step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Wow, awesome! We got to hear them sing!
Plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My
Sure.
Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill?
Yelan.
I can't miss out on that.
Leaving so soon? Lantern. Gigi! You busy? It's good to know he's always watching out for us. Look how beautiful the lanterns are. Let's go, Mr. Dvorak. Your festival happened.
Master, listen!
Listen to the music.
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
That's right, Cloud Retainer. Wow. He's conducting this rendition of the song.
Listen, that must be Madame Ping!
Wow. Beautiful. A single harmony for an irreplaceable soul. Is everyone here? Just you two?
Okay, now I need to get a move on and write my next song.
Listen to you. You only just fulfilled one lifetime dream. Are you really
Yeah, you
thinking
finally
about your
got to
next
make
goal
it to the
already?
Iridescence tour.
Don't try to tell me you ain't the same way. I bet you've already thought up a name for your next opera, haven't you?
True.
You know me too well, Xinyan. The Adeptus Seeking Voyage. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Man! Yeah, I can already picture it.
Is it on about
I've also
Mr.
got
Dvorak
just
looking for
finishing
the
line for it. I'll close with,
Adeptus his
and the
ancestor
celestial
encountered?
melody echoed through the clouds forevermore.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah, we saw Xiao just now. We just see the animation with Xiao. And we saw Venti there too in that one. But yeah. Well, he should take a he should take a break. Enjoy the Lantern Rite. And then again, at the same time, I am so sorry for causing you distress because of our stupid plan. Please forgive us. Yeah, that being said, I also remember seeing Venti in the trailer. I wonder if we will see... Is there another part to the story? Festival anecdotes. There is. Epilogue. Between facades and familiar faces. Alright, so there is one more part. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. And of course, because Monday is the Lunar New Year, so that'll be a perfect way to end off this event on the day of the actual Lunar New Year. Where is... I'm looking for where... I'm trying to remember where was Ningguang and all the others standing, and I wonder if they're standing here. They're probably not. But at the same time, I want to at least find where they were standing. To make sure, you know. I think it was here. Was it here? No. Was it here? Actually, it probably was here. It's a good view. Ah! I wasn't completely
We're
completely wrong.
celebrations are getting better by the year. Such wonderful music.
Yeah.
Dr. Baiju, I've brought the herbs. Who are they for?
The singers.
Mm-hmm.
Performing at a music festival is very demanding. Using these herbs in good time will protect their voices from damage.
Oh, good idea.
Oh, that's why you were preparing them all night.
Oh, she remembers that he was preparing them all night.
Request. Her messenger was quite insistent that it should take top priority.
She forgets things very quickly.
Check again. This one is for...
Oh, that's nice. Happy Lantern Rite, Baiju. Happy Lantern Rite, Chi-Chi. Is there anybody else here? Oh my gosh, you know what? Now that I've seen these two here, I know if I walk around the city more, I will definitely find more of them. Okay, I found a list of some of the people I can talk to now in the world, which is good because then I don't have to search literally the entirety of Liyue. Okay, I didn't mean to start this world quest thing. I want to talk to Mr. Dvorak. Paimon sees it. Oh, so many people are gathered there. Maybe just for the show. It's the paper theater. I will do that. I'll do that after. I'm gonna stream doing the events afterwards. I'm gonna do that on Lunar New Year so we can celebrate together.
Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent.
You mean the show?
Yes. When I heard the music coming from up in the clouds, I was so stunned I could barely think or move. I felt like it had a special kind
that would
of
explain why
hold over me.
Your ancestor,
Or maybe it was the adeptal
on the brink of death, still was so entranced by the music.
At the end was truly sublime. I felt like I would have started to cry if I hadn't been one of the performers on the stage.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna cry too. I first heard the story about what happened in the past. Because you can tell that melody has so much to do with, you know, her emotions after a tragic loss.
Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, Lady Ningguang, the Tianquan of the Liyue Qixing, has invited me to visit her again at Yujing Terrace to discuss a long-term collaboration plan.
Yeah, that sounds
very
good.
Goes well, and that we have more opportunities to collaborate in the future.
Me too. We
The
should
next
do
time
another
we have
iridescence tour.
performance, You'll have to come. I will save the best seat for you.
Thank you. This was great.
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
About the fairy lady.
I've already given her my thanks in person.
Well, that's great.
This is what she said. It is only natural to lend a hand when we see someone in distress. The wonderful music you brought to Liyue is worth far more than gratitude.
Aw.
Truly, I felt so honored.
Yeah.
But I've also made a decision for myself. I will strive to create even more wonderful, original music for this era. Our era.
That's great. I am sure Madame Ping and... What? Fortune and health, peace and wealth. Hello. Is there going to be a performance here soon? Yes, there's going to be a paper play. Are you guys here for it too? So this opera is called a paper play. No, paper plays and Liyue opera are not the same thing. Qingxing, the show is going to begin. Be quiet or you'll affect the performance. Sorry. As for the paper play, you'll know when you see it. Honored guests, we will be performing Brave Beard today. Before the show, if you want to head to the restroom or grab a beverage, now's a good time. We will wait until... Okay. So this performance is actually called Brave Beard. A Paimon has never heard of this story. Shh. We can still hear you in a whisper. Keep it down. You can talk during intermission selection. Sorry. Intermission selection? The story of the Brave Beard is quite long. In fact, it'd be too long to do it all in one go, so okay. Qingxin, I'm trying to listen to the play. Oh, I won't bite anymore, I promise. So, dear guest, what part of Brave Beard's story would you like to see today? Would you like to see Mountain Bound or Worshipping Adepti? Maybe exercising demons or Ascension? As long as you can name it, I can perform it. I want to see Brave Beard fight monsters. He is so handsome and wins every time. We've seen Worshipping Adepti and exercising demons so many times already. How would you not tired of it? I want to see the part where Brave Beard goes home to see his sister. And Brave Beard is a sister? How have I not heard of this? I definitely haven't seen that before. How impressive. Not many people would request homecoming. After all, only the real fans know about it. That's right, real fans. Alright, just in time for Lantern Rite, we will not perform the plots featuring monsters. We shall spin a tale of how lovers end up together. There are 3 characters who shall appear in the scene, aside from our Brave Beard, with whom you are familiar, of course. There is also a lonely girl named Yi Bing and an honest gentleman named Nan Feng. Do you understand any of this? I'm still confused. They're putting on like a paper show. It's like a puppet show, but with like shadows and paper. So this is a story about a guy called the Brave Beard, right? And also there's a lot of supporting characters as well. But so far there's only one performer on stage. Oh, and there's also a little folding screen. How's it gonna work? Hey, someone here has never seen a paper play before. Huh? Someone in the back asked how I, a lone performer, can be in different places at once and make this performance work? Well, our paper plays may not be as exquisite as Liyue operas, but we certainly have our own distinctive flavors. As you may know, the characters in Liyue operas are portrayed by real people in the flesh. The actors in our performances, however, are portrayed with paper figures pasted on silk. And Liyue operas take place on a large wooden stage. The stage for our performance, however, is but a paper screen on a wooden shelf. Our actors and stages are all made of paper, that's why we call it a paper play. I am the narrator, but I am no actor. You will meet the 3 paper actors in just a moment. Yingong, I don't think they know about Brave Beard either. Would it be okay if you introduce him to your story? You know, the one you always start with? That's called the establishing moment. I've always enjoyed that too. Please perform it for us, Yingong. Establishing moment! Establishing moment! It is said that the sky is the limit, but the woes of the world are also limitless. There was once a man named Huang Guang, suffering from human injustice, who resorted to dwelling amongst the mountains and rivers. By chance he became a disciple of an adeptus, changed his appearance, and grew a black beard. Thus, he was known as the Brave Beard. At the behest of the Adepti, he struck down monsters and scared off demons with a sword. The Brave Beard trained for many years and finally acquired the philosophy of the Adeptus. Right before he returned to the Adeptal abode, he was summoned to recall the past. It turned out that he still had an attachment to the common folk society where he had a sister at home. The poor sister, Yi Bing, was now alone and helpless. She thought that her brother had lived a miserable life and never imagined he would return home. As to what happened next, I shall show you right away.
Hey, don't just stand there, clap!
Clap.
Isn't that rule when we should clap? Okay.
Thank you all. We're supposed to continue the show, but I can tell these two guests are still a little perplexed. I think it'd be better if I asked these two to volunteer from the audience by coming forward and assisting me in directing the scene. Of course, that's what you do for the uninitiated. Oh, you can see Baizhu and Chi-Chi all the way up there. That's so cool. It'll give you both a good look and it'll be helpful. It'll help the actors moving forward on the stage. What do you think?
Hey, why did you invite me? I know all about paper plays. You gotta remember to invite me. You just gotta. You've been out there too many times already. Come and get fast and enjoy the show.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Help direct the scene? That sounds so novel. It's also fine by Paimon.
Then I shall ask the two of you to prepare. As soon as the two of you are in position, the performance will begin. Great. Now I forgot what I was talking about. I was gonna do this later. But that's wonderful. Next time we'll participate in a paper play. Who else? So on this list, oh yeah, we're talking about music, right? I think Guizhong would really like to see I was gonna say Mr. Dvorak was saying he wants to create original music for this era, our era, and I think Guizhong would be very happy to hear that. Alright, so we already talked with Baizhu and Chi-Chi. Yanfei and Madame Ping. Perfect. Let's go talk with Yanfei and Madame Ping. Okie dokie. And next time we'll go do the paper play. Promise. And next time, because I don't think we can get the free character yet. But I think by Monday being Lunar New Year, we'll be able to get enough points to get a free 4-star, and I will finally get Yo-Yo. I look forward to that.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Wait. Oh, in Qingsha Village? Qingsha Village? Except for the fact that Madame Ping is there. I hope it doesn't mean that they're gone from here now. No. Oh, I see Yao Yao. Okay. Thank goodness. Probably not completely gone. Yao Yao! Oh, there we go. They're all here. Hello, Yao Yao.
I'm so happy. And all the grandmas and grandpas in Qingsha Village had a great time too.
Why Qingsha Village?
You mean, what am I doing here? Well, just now, I did a performance for everyone.
Aw, that's great.
Although I can't play an instrument anywhere near as well as Master, I can still sing.
That's great.
Even Granny Roshin said I did a great job. She also gave me some candies.
Great. What else?
I'm so happy. And all the grandmas and grandpas in Qingsha Village had a great time too.
About your master.
Master's told me a lot of stories about the Adepti.
Yeah?
There was Skybracer with the giant deer horns, and Sea Gazer who loved to collect treasure. Sometimes Master talks and talks for a long time, until her voice starts to sound sad.
Yeah.
But then she always breaks into a smile again, and tells me all of the things each of them loved best about Liyue. I love everything about Liyue. Some of the Adepti are gone now, but it's okay, because I'm gonna help take care of everyone in their stead.
That's right. Yeah, that basically encapsulates it perfectly. That sad memories often have a bittersweet side to them too, which means that there's also parts of those stories that we cherished and remembered as well.
I'm so happy. And all the I'm happy that Mr. Dvorak found the fairy lady from his story. And I'm also happy that it turned out it was Master all along.
Yeah, me too.
Also, I helped out this time too, didn't I? So that means I was paying homage to my master? Also, Mr. Dvorak got one of his friends to bring me a toy from Fontaine.
Ooh.
I like it a lot.
I can't wait for us to go to Fontaine.
I didn't know whether I was supposed to accept it or not, but then Master said it was okay, so I did.
Yay! Oh, that's so nice. Hello. Wow, you look like a traveler. Goodbye. Cool adventure, just like that. I will.
Granny, you play so beautifully.
Yeah.
Do you think you could teach me?
Oh, child, you simply never stop,
Yeah,
do
that
you?
melody was wonderful.
This festival is a rare chance to rest and relax. But here you are pestering me to teach you this, that, and the other.
Don't worry, Granny. I'm a fast learner. And anyway, the sooner I start learning, the sooner we'll be able to perform a duet together.
I'd love to see that.
A musical duo is only as good as its weakest link. So you gotta teach me all your secrets, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can start by making me some more tea and leaving it to cool on the side.
Sure, Granny.
Yay. Oh, that's great. Alright, I think we've talked to everyone. Oh, wonderful. You can see, every time the Lantern Rite is here too, you can see that they've set up all the fireworks, even all the way over here. And it's so great to see everyone and see what they're all up to. So I guess in a couple of days we'll see the epilogue to this wonderful story. But that was wonderful to see. It was great to finally hear more about Guizhong and Cloud Retainer and Madame Ping. It was great to learn what they were all like before the disaster struck, but also to appreciate what we have now as thanks to the past. I mean, that's really what... It's just like Madame Ping said, right? Like, Lantern Rite is a time to remember and commemorate the heroes of the past. And similarly, when Hu Tao said that they're performing for invisible audience members, that's because it's like the spirits that are of the past, you know, they are probably all cheering us on, wanting us to do our best and see what we can fulfill in our lives. And I think Lantern Rite is a perfect time to remember and commemorate that. So yeah, I guess soon we'll be seeing the very end, and I will play the mini games and we'll get Yao Yao, because Yao Yao's she's a new character. She's also the only one in the ones I don't have yet. So yeah, I do that. Oh look, our mini Cloud Retainer is so happy. Mini Cloud Retainer, I hope that we can apologize to you on Paimon's behalf. But yeah, happy Lantern Rite, everybody. And it's okay, I understand. Paimon's just like that. Yeah. So, it is what it is. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And, yeah. Happy Lantern Rite, everybody. Happy Lunar New Year. Yeah. Gotta think about what all the things we saw here today. And I'm gonna think about next week. We're gonna be playing after the Lantern Rite stuff. Next week we'll finally get to play some Fire Emblem Engage, and so look out for that. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you all so much, and happy Lunar New Year, everyone. Bye.